What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. I ain't gonna even hold you. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. This live, we are going to be covering Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 9, Episode 12. And we're also going to be covering Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 12, Episode 17. Okay? Now, how y'all been doing? Huh? Everybody been good? We all alive? You know, we ain't dead, right? You know? Like, I will hope that y'all not messaging me from the graveyard. I will hope that, you know, hopefully we all in good health and such, you know. What's up, LaShonda? What's up, 803? What's up, Miss RR? What's up, Ayana? Hey, D-Boy2Envy, thank you so much for, you know, the moderating. I appreciate it. Y'all, I'm just going to be honest. These episodes weren't what I needed, okay? I don't have much to say, okay? I don't have much. I just got a little bit, okay? I'm going to go through Love and Hip Hop ATL first, and then I'm going to do Love and Marriage Huntsville last, okay? All right. I'm happy that this is not gonna be like a lot of stuff that I have to go through today, because last episode, y'all don't understand the level of stress I had trying to edit that video and get that out on time. It was too much. It was too much. Also, I want to say this. I want to thank y'all so much for all the support that y'all been giving my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. You know, for a while I thought that like my channel was like on CPR, like trying to resuscitate, you know, because of my own inconsistency. So I've been really trying to make it a point to step up my consistency when it comes to the channel. I'm trying to implement more things. Like I'm gonna have a Hot Topics edition I'm gonna be doing on Tuesdays, and then I'm gonna try my best to clip the pieces and upload them individually as videos, because y'all know y'all love when I re-upload this shit. Okay. Do the clip of Martell giving Mel googly eyes at Nell's wedding. I didn't see that. If that's on the next episode, it's just gonna have to wait until next week. I just discovered your channel. You are hilarious. Great commentary. Well, thank you. The last live had me crying, laughing from beginning to end. You cuss so good. Thank you. I kind of blame that on the military, if I'm being honest. What I really love the most about this is that I can cuss, but I'm not cussing, if that makes sense. Like I'm able to get out all of the expletives that I have to say, but I censor it all. So it's just not a whole video of me saying, you know, be this, F that, you know, whatever the case may be. Now y'all get the uncut version in the live. But when I upload it as a video, I'm able to compact it, cut out dead parts, cut out parts that I feel like wasn't probably the best, and then put the overall package out. And it's like really good. And I feel like it's also helped me produce, because the way I'm piecing this shit together, I'm getting better and better at it. Okay. But y'all listen. I am about to start. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. And if you're ready for me to begin, we're going to start with Love and Marriage. Not Love and Marriage. We're going to start with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. All right. And it was quite a many scenes. Y'all know Love and Hip Hop Atlanta got like 18,000 scenes in it. So I was just bouncing I was like, wait, we in London, we in Atlanta, we at the wedding, we at you know, Pastor Bradley house. We like where we at? God damn. But let's continue. Okay. Let me pull out my handy dandy notebook. All right, so the episode starts off with us seeing the cast at, different locations. We see Yandy in the gym, getting her fitness on so she can keep her man at home, because let the Atlanta streets say her man be wandering all over Atlanta. But, instead of getting the BBL, she said, I'm going to get in the gym and I'm going to get these squats together, make sure this butt is tooting up to keep him distracted from other hoes that's standing in front of me. Okay, so let's just have a hand clap for Yandy just for that. Because the immediate go-to in Atlanta is Dr. Goodbody or whoever, Dr. Miami, whoever be doing the BBLs out there, Mr. Goodbody or something like that. So I was just really happy to see some bitch in the gym out there. Okay, because from the way it looked like Atlanta street smelled like BBL juice, I can't keep up, But let's continue. So we see Amy and Carly talking about last night. Amy talking about that she feels defeated. Carly saying, girl, you always saying that you defeated. She was like, girl, I was. It was crazy. We in London, but we brought the Atlanta here and it was crazy. I was like, Amy, nobody told you to start that issue with Lil Zane. Like, what were you trying to accomplish? Like, I understand that Lil Zane is a little messy ass bitch, but at the end of the day, like, he didn't say anything disrespectful to you. It's more so giving me because you're still having secondhand embarrassment from the fact that Scrappy dusted you off to the side. You want everybody to be at it with him because you don't like him right now. So you see Zane acting like he real close with Scrappy. You're going to be like, oh no. You wasn't saying all of that when you were showing us those text messages because you want him to go at it with Scrappy too, because at the end of the day, it all boils down to you being embarrassed because you let us know that while you were Bambi's friend, you were secretly eyeing her man who turned around, dated you, did not admit to doing it publicly, and then embarrassed you and blocked you the next thing that you knew. So that's what it's giving to me. But if you feel like that is Little Zane's fault, then it's Little Zane's fault. But at the end of the day, your own embarrassment caused all of that to happen on that last episode, sis. He didn't do that. You did. All right. So the next thing we see Jock and Mendices in the barbershop, right? And Mendices is bringing up that they didn't see Jock and Kendra on the trip for dinner like they had planned. So Jock said that Kendra had messages on the phone on Vanish from this dude, I guess, who's a ex-NFL or NBA player. He was sending him hard eyes. And when she told, Kendra how he felt, she said, well, you just gonna have to deal with it. And then that just spiraled out into them having like a real big argument. Him basically telling her, F you, B, I want a divorce, and her saying, well, I'm gonna take the high road, B, and everything else like that. So my thing is this. I don't think that Kendra is cheating on Jock, okay? I don't think that she's cheating on him, but I do think that she's trying to make him feel the same type of pain that she was feeling when she was going through all of his infidelities and side babies, right? But my thing is this. I'm not against, putting them through the pain of what you've been through. But my point is this. If you have gone through all of this stuff with Young Jock, if he already showed you who he was, you already let the whole world know that you don't even want to have his baby because he's not a good example of a father. All of this stuff, why are you continuously putting up with this man who you are basically telling us doesn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated, and also is two-timing you? And then my thing for Jock is, you want to go around fuck all of these, BBL bitches out there in Atlanta, sucking toes and whatever else you may be putting your mouth on. And the minute that this woman has a guy who is giving her attention, you want her to halt all access to her. You just, no, I got a man. But you wasn't talking about that you had a woman when you were going around fucking all of these bitches. You wasn't doing that. So now you want Kendra to drop everything because the nigga sent her hard eyes. You was literally dropping dick in bitches. That's what you were doing. So for you to go around acting like you deserve some type of sympathy, nigga, give me a fucking perm head break. Nigga, I really cannot. I really can't. And that's the thing about it. Like, these niggas will do you so dirty. They will do you so dirty. And the moment you give them that same type of energy, just a little bit of it, these niggas are having meltdowns. And I think that for any woman, it's very important for you to remind these niggas that you can always get another one and keep these niggas on their toes. Don't never let these niggas get too comfortable. Don't ever let these niggas get too comfortable. Let them know that it's always another nigga that wants you, because they will always let you know it's other bitches that want them. And that's where you fucked up, Kendra. That's where you fucked up. You should have been setting these boundaries and letting this nigga know from the beginning. Y'all have a real bad habit of trying to be loyal and be down to a nigga that don't even deserve that type of energy, because they don't even reciprocate that to you. So what we talking about? So Jock asked Mendices what's going on. Mendices says that he doesn't appreciate Kirk with the 3 earrings, mentioning his name with Jasmine, because it caused his name to be dragged into the blogs and everybody to be basically accusing him of cheating, and he isn't very appreciative of that. My thing is this: what you won't do, Mendices, is let us believe that it's all Kirk's fault that the world thinks that you a cheater. See, I'm not with the whole gaslighting thing. See, you can gaslight Yandy, the evil bullfrog, but what you won't do is gaslight me. It's not the fact that he brought your name up with Jasmine. It was not only that, it was Jasmine's friend saying that you was trying to get with her and putting you on blast. That's what it had to deal with. What you got mad at is that Kirk brought your name up anyway and caused your name to be brought up with Jasmine and her friend, and thus you got put on blast in front of your wife. That's what you got mad at. And then on top of that, let's not even talk about the fact that you want Yandy to be a housewife and you ain't got no damn job, and you don't want her to pursue her dreams, aspirations in life, because you're mad and jealous about where you are because you're an ex-felon. That's nobody's fault but your own, sweetie. At the end of the day, you decided to slang that thing. Put a little doobie on the street. You decided to do that. So you want to limit her and then be mad at her. That's not fair. And let's be clear here. Why people think that you're cheating is because you're so insecure about where you are in your marriage as far as what you're bringing to the table. Because one thing a nigga gonna do when they feel insecure in their marriage, they're going to go fuck some yankhead bitch and try to get their masculinity restored through some pussy. That's what y'all niggas love to do. Y'all will have a bitch like put their whole life on pause while you in prison for 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Come out, you mad at her, and then you wanna limit what the fuck she doing, even though all of that money that she was making while you was gone, she was adding it to your commissary. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. All right, moving on. So we're back in London, and we see the BAM. The BAM said it's unruly fest, and she feels off because Scrappy told her his mom is in the hospital. She says that he's using his mom being in the hospital to take the heat off of him for being exposed for having a baby on the way. She said she didn't fall for it, and because she didn't give him the reaction that he wanted, he is ignoring her and making her feel some type of way. At the end of the day, BAM, you should feel like a fucking clown anyway for letting that nigga pluck some specks out of your titties from the last episode. After all of the stuff that he did to you, had the whole world hating on you, had Diamond coming at you, had Erica Dixon coming at you, had Mama D coming at you, had the whole cast turning on you, convinced the whole world that you was abusive, that you wasn't there for him, that you left him for dead. You should have already exited your feelings out of whatever he had going on in the first place. But that's the thing about y'all barred head bitches. Y'all want to sit here and then go through all of this stuff with this man. He dogs you out, and then y'all feel some type of, integrity that y'all feel that y'all need to be loyal to this nigga. The only reason that you feel some type of way is because you still care on some level, and that's something that you need to go work on. And the fact that he's able to play with your emotions and trigger you like he does is what he really wants to do. That's what he wants to do. He wants to see if he can still get you in those feels, to know if he still has that power over you, know if he still can possibly get in between your legs. You sitting here upset because he ignoring you, girl. Why do you even care? You should have been ignoring him from last season. Why? Like what? Like now outside of the kids, because it's all for the kids. Shout out to Ken. But I wouldn't be saying 2 words to Scrappy unless it was you can pick the little kids up on Thursday when they get home from my mama house. That if it ain't that, I don't understand why we even talking about it. Okay? Why are you getting in your feelings about Scrap ignoring you? This ain't got shit to do with the kids. And if you truthfully don't want him like you said that you do, why does it even matter if he ignoring you? And let's be real, Bambi, you do feel some type of way that he has a baby. You do feel some type of way he has a baby because you're talking about he's doing this to manipulate you and be exposed because he was exposed for having a baby on the way and you don't even really care. Girl, you do care. Because if you didn't care because of how loyal you were to him per your own words and how much you hold him down, even though he does X, Y, and Z to you, you wouldn't have had no problem texting him when he told you that his mama was in the hospital, but you felt some type of way because he had a baby on the way. Let's be real about it. Is it me? Is it me? I know I'm not crazy. I know I have this down to a T, y'all. All right, now let's continue. So Scrappy is in a limousine or the XL Uber Lyft talking to Lil Zane. He says that he did not appreciate how Bambi did not reach out to him when he messaged her about his mama being in the hospital. He said that she read the message probably, but never responded back. And he just ain't saying nothing to nobody. His mama is in a hospital. He worried about her. At the end of the day, he got to make sure his mom's naive is not in a hospital. He is naive. That's what we have to do when we're from Atlanta. We have to basically drag everybody else into our own emotions and our own, self struggles and personal lives because we want the sympathy after we fuck some now that's TV bitch and got her pregnant. That's what we got to do in Atlanta, in case y'all didn't know that. Okay. And that's on Scrap. Now let's move on. So Bambi and Carly are having a convo. She says since Scrappy is ignoring her, the only person that she's able to talk to is Carly. I really cannot stand the fact that Bambi is really going outside like this. Like, you from the West Coast, bitch. We move different. You ain't supposed to act like this. You're supposed to dust that nigga off to the side. You letting him get you in your feelings. You letting your slip be exposed. And I really hate that for you because I really like you, Bambi. I really do. But you should not be caring about anything this nigga got going on, if he's talking to you or not. You already know it's manipulation. You already know that he's disrespectful. So why are you upset and surprised that he's treating you the way that he's been treating you for the last 3 or 4 years? What's the difference? You should be true to this shit. Now, Carly asked how she feels about the baby. She said she believes it's his because he's been drinking, partying, getting lit. So it's believable that that he has a baby and that he's bringing up his mama being sick. But the gag is his mama been sick. Now I was like, has mama D being sick? Now, I remember that a tooth flew out of her mouth when she was singing that song, I deserve to be loved. But I don't remember Bambi. Now, I don't remember Mama D being sick. Y'all, does she have a history of being sick? Let me know. I mean, Deborah does spend her spare time dogging Bambi out every chance she gets. Who the hell is Deborah? She has liver issues. Oh, damn, Mama D. Mama D, no. No, Mama D, no. No. But let me move on. So Scrappy comes over in the midst of them having this conversation. He pulls Bambi to the side and he says, Bambi, at the is naive, I just want to give you some good luck, naive, about your performance, naive. And I hope you do a good jazz, naive. I hope you do a good job. At the end of the Disney, I love you, Bam. I love you. Bambi is me. She is confused as hell. And she's just wondering what's going on. She's saying that this is weird, that he be doing weird like that all the time, that she's tired of his weirdness and that he always being like, being weird and fake and stuff like that. And I'm like, Bam, like, you got to pick a struggle, sis. You mad when he's not talking to you, then you're mad when he is talking to you. Although I do believe it's mental games. I believe it's mental games at this point. At the end of the day, I just would not care. I just wouldn't. And maybe because it's easy for me to emotionally detach myself from people, like I really don't have that much care when I feel like I'm cutting somebody off from my life or hurting me. But I would not give a fuck. I promise you I wouldn't. I would, baby, I'll be doing the motherfucking Crip walk on that stage like Snoop Dogg. Like at the end of the day, what makes him what makes him shit, I'm not eating, and what I'm eating doesn't make him shit. So at the end of the day, why does it even matter if he's being fake or not? Just take the damn good luck and go about your way. Who give a damn if this man is ignoring you? His name is Scrappy and a nigga 42. What else can you expect? Damn it. So let's move on. So we see Yandy and Mendices at a sit down talking about voting. He says that he wants his kid to know the importance of voting, and he recently just been granted the right to vote. It's very crazy to me how we can vote in a fucking felon as the fucking president, but motherfuckers got to get permission to vote after they went and dealt with their felonies. I don't understand the shit, but it's giving me white supremacy. Let's move on. So we see Shekinah and Erica Dixon show up. And Shekinah walks up to Yandy and they start talking about the concert. Yandy brings up how Jasmine was trying to make it seem like Mendices was trying to get at her because he went to her bar. Shekinah said, well, that ain't what I heard. I heard that he was trying to F Jasmine and her friends. I was like, and see, the Shekinah, this is why your chubby faced ass always getting ate up on the internet and your ass end up crying. Because you don't know how to hush. You don't know how to be quiet. You ain't got nothing going on. Y'all, if y'all don't know anything about me, I don't like Shekinah. I do not like Shekinah. I don't like her. I never have. I never will. Shekinah reminds me so much of Dr. Heavenly, and I really dislike it. I do not like Shekinah. Shekinah is an old bloated ass messy queen who allegedly be fucking people's husbands. But let her tell it, I don't do stuff like that. I don't even have no sex. You remember she was crying on Instagram Live when they were accusing her of having threesomes with Tiny and T.I.? But child, let's move on. So next thing we see, Bambi and Scrappy are going at it. Now we back in London. And he said, my mama was Disney and you ain't even answer my text. He was like, bitch, you out here lying. Your mama was sick, but you gassing it. She was like, after all I done did for you, am I holding you down? Am I doing what I need to do? Even though you got everybody talking shit about me and you turn everybody against me, I'm still loyal to you. And I was like, Bambi, all you're doing is letting us know how stupid you are. Okay. I don't know what point you're trying to prove in this conversation, but sis, if there's anybody that's the joke in this, is you. Because you literally just said it yourself. This man has turned the whole world against you, had all the cast talking shit about you, got them convinced that you fucking a man. And at the end of the day, you holding this nigga down for what? For what? Jesus have mercy. He must got some bomb dick. Now I know Scrappy got some big lips. Now that shit probably like latch on to your pussy like pliers. Like it's gotta be the sex. It gotta be. And you know, Scrappy look like he big and fluffy underneath them t-shirts. So I think that he's probably fun to cuddle with, but I don't know. It just can't be because you love him. It gotta be some type of sexual motivation into this, or you just really stupid. See, I would respect you more if you was dumb over dick rather than you was just dumb in the heart. You know what I'm saying, Bam? That's the hard part about this. Scrappy said, man, F you. She said, F you. She was like, you just mad because I'm not going, because I'm still here. I was like, I don't think that what you're saying in this argument is really doing what you think is doing, Bambi. I don't think that is doing what you feel that it was supposed to be done. Because all you doing is saying, yeah, you can talk shit about me, turn everybody against me, get the whole world to hate me, not take care of your kids, not pay the bills on time, talk shit about me, fuck other bitches and cheat on me. But you know what? I'm still going to be there, and bitch, you're mad about it. I don't get like the, yeah, girl, you told him in that. Do y'all get it? Put a one in the chat if y'all feel that Bambi did her big one in this argument, because I was like, I don't understand. I don't get it. But go off, sis. Get that hurt out. Okay. Now, moving on. So we see the next scene with Mama D, and she lets Shekinah and Erica Dixon up in the house. She said that she found out Scrappy was going to be a father to someone else, and she thought the father almost called her on up to yonder. And I was like, wow, if that don't sound like some old ass shit, then I know something. Y'all remember them old ass movies where the mama was always going in the hospital because she was so stressed out about her kids, like a Tyler Perry movie? Little Jaquise is still on the streets and I just can't take it. And then she have a heart attack. Big mama, your arm, so I don't get it. I don't believe Mama D. I don't believe Mama D, because Scrappy been on some bullshit before and you was not worried in the least. You was out here making music videos and mermaid costumes and suits and shit, getting your titties sucked on and sucking on, Ernest's nipples. You was not to be bothered. But now all of a sudden, because Scrappy has another baby on the way, it's putting you in the hospital. Mama D, it might be time for you to come admit that maybe you need to get your liver flushed out. Okay? Instead of you trying to put everything on Scrap, having the baby on the way, as to why you having all of these medical issues. Okay? Not Hell's Kitchen playing in the background. Yeah, that anytime I have it on home, it automatically plays one of the channels on Samsung. So I guess it's on the Hell's Kitchen channel. But I ain't gonna lie, I like this show. I've grown to like it a lot. Not Hell's Kitchen, but so she basically went to the ER for her stunt. No, I think that she was sick, but I think that she's gassing it by saying that it's because little Scrappy is having the baby. I think that's what it is. Like, I don't think that she's lying about her medical illnesses or what she was going through, but I do believe that she's putting 20 on 10s when she's saying it's because of Scrappy. Does that make sense? Bambi basically told him she's still going to be a dummy. Literally. I would have said, nigga, your mama just got bacteria vaginosis. That's so fucked up. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right at all. All right. Now let's move on. So she said that when she went to the hospital, her blood pressure was so high, she was damn near a stroke. She said she told them she still had something to cook for them. And then she said that she made Erica Dixon's favorite potato salad. And I was like, wow, damn, bitch, you making a full recovery, huh? You about to have a stroke, but you still managed to make potato salad? I was like, you must be a strong woman. Okay, because last time I checked, if I just had a stroke, I don't think I'm gonna be able to move. You know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to I don't think I'll be able to mash some potatoes together and shit. So you peeled the potatoes, you cut the potatoes, you got your mayonnaise and mustard, you know, you got your cut, you know, your cut deviled eggs. You boiled that. So you did all of that in the midst of you know, basically passing away in the hospital. Child. I really cannot with the dramatics of this all, but let's continue. So we're at Unruly Fest, right? And everybody is performing. We see Lil Zane perform. I was like, okay, Lil Zane. I was like, I can see why you didn't last long, but you know, nice song. Then we see Amy perform, and y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Amy ate that up. Whatever the little 15 seconds or 5 seconds that it was that we saw, I was like, she ate that up. She ate that up. Bambi next. And I was like, Bambi ate that up too. I couldn't decide who I liked more between the two of them. And then I saw Lil Scrappy perform. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Out of all of them performances and the little snippets that we saw, I think Scrappy did the best. I was like, Scrappy did the best. I like y'all outside of Scrappy's, you know, outside of Scrappy's fucking you know, narcissism and you know, fuck nigga behavior, y'all. I promise y'all, if I was a woman, I would have fucked Scrappy too. Not gonna lie, call me a bird. But the difference is though, wait before you judge me. I would have not got my feelings into that. I would not have gotten my feelings in it. I would have just fucked and went about my way. See, when you fuck these niggas and you leave them in the bed by themselves, you be like, well, gotta go. You know, I gotta go home, gotta cook and prep my food for tomorrow. You know, niggas really start to want to fuck with you for real. Cause they was like, where you going? You know, like, cause then it becomes a challenge. But I'm saying, like, I can see why everybody want to fuck Scrap. I'm not gonna lie. I think Scrappy is sexy as hell. Scrap, his body type, his facial features are my type. Not gonna lie. Now, do I want a hood nigga? No. But do I like me a you know, a football player, you know, thick cornbread fed nigga with big lips? Absolutely. That is my type. Okay? Because if I'm in the gym, I would love the fact if you in the gym as well, and we can be big cornbread, fed, thick niggas together. You know, at the end of the day, that's what I like. So I can see it. Y'all just love bacterial vaginosis. See, at the end of the day, I'll have my monostat on ready. And I'll make them strap up. Oh, I definitely get the appeal allure. Look, I'm trying to tell you, that toxic borderline slow fine D, absolutely. Wouldn't want no convo afterwards. Like, baby, my bags will already be packed after I got what I needed to get. I would be picking my purse up like Viola Davis and How to Get Away with Murder. I can't even remember Lil Zane song, but like I thought Scrappy did the best. I like his segment the most, if I'm being fair. But let's continue. So next thing we see Young Jock and Kendra having a section with Pastor Bradley. Y'all, why is it that Christian men can't never find clothes? Why are the clothes always so tight? Like the shirt is just a little bit too tight. you know, the pants are just a little bit too tight, you know, like I always wondered that because I was like, well, damn, Pastor, did you accidentally wash this shit in hot water and dry it off before you got here? This shit look like he stole that shit from his son. Them little ass clothes. But like I was like, you know, that's kind of fine. If I do say so myself. Damn it, now I'm gonna have to go watch the show. Now, they're having a session with Pastor Bradley, right? They explain their problems. Kendrick says that Jock is upset over somebody that she's working with, and he disagrees. He says that it has nothing to do with work, and that the person was sending her hard eyes, and their messages was on vanishing. Young Jock wants everybody to know that Kendra had her messages on vanishing. I don't know how many times he said Kendra had her messages on vanishing. Kendra was like, you went through my phone. He was like, God damn, I went through your phone. And I'm glad I did. Child, can I just be honest with y'all? I don't think that pastor said any motherfucking thing that any one of us wouldn't have already said ourselves. I was like, this is a huge ass waste of time. I was like, you know, being a pastor you gotta be making a grip off that shit. Because so many of us are so, you know, slave minded, you know, that we still think we in the 1820s, you know, where the slaves was fighting for freedom, that as soon as they hit master, Yosemite Sam, master, I loves Jesus, you know, that's what it gives. And he ain't even got to know shit. He ain't got to say shit, you know, but at the end of the day, as long as this man say, I love Jesus, y'all just going to listen to anything that he has to say. And at the end of the day, y'all tell me why this man said this. This man said, you know, at the end of the day, I see that y'all two are on two different levels right now. And I see, you know, y'all separated, but y'all need to come together. They said, well, how we going to do that? How we going to do that, Pastor? He said, family therapy. But it don't need to wait for 6 months. It needs to be immediate because we don't know if we have 6 months, if we're going to even be here in 6 months. And I was like, wow, you just figured it all out, huh? Wow, Pastor Bradley, how did you come to that conclusion? I never would have thought that. I would have never thought. Wow. I was like, and I'll guarantee you're going to have to pay for that damn family therapy immediately, huh? I bet that nigga got an iPhone tap. As soon as you come into the church for your therapy session, he says, yeah, you can go in there by the clerk and do your iPhone tap and she'll pay, and that like the payment will come out automatically. And I'll see y'all in 15 minutes. Just to tell them some shit that they already knew. I was like, not you telling them they need to go to therapy and you supposed to be the therapist. Was it me? I was like, ain't you the family therapist? Hey, like, what is this? I was like, I know damn well they didn't just call the pastor so the pastor could tell them they look like they about to separate and go into so they can go to family therapy. I was like, they already knew that. Kenya need inboxes from a nigga like Trisha's Ken. Text saying he want to eat her twice to get Jock shook. They better go to a real therapist. Like, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And another thing I really don't like is the disrespect between Jock and Kendra. To be honest, I don't believe in disrespecting my significant other. If I'm even upset, if I'm mad, if I am, you know, feeling some type of way, I will phrase it and say it in a respectful manner at an even tone, because the last thing I want to do is open up the door for us to disrespect one another, because at the end of the day, I'm letting y'all know this right now. I don't stand for any of that. So if you think you about to disrespect me, cuss at me, baby, you can hit the door. I don't accept none of that. So I make sure I give the same type of respect that I want in return, and it always happens. You know, I don't ever get disrespected like that. Okay, period. So I don't think they need to be together. I think that this needs to be a wrap. I think that this needs to be a wrap. It's a done deal. It's a done deal for them. Like they should, you know, they could just wrap this up. Like, I mean, going to therapy is nice, but I'm like, Kendra, why are you stuck on young Jock? Like, what does he have that's got you this hooked to where you don't want to move on? This nigga cheated on you, had a baby on you, all of this other stuff. At the end of the day, baby girl, you can get any man that you want to. Not only are you fine and beautiful, but you also are a lawyer and you got your own bag. Like what is it about Jock that got you stuck like this? A lot of times I feel like people get into relationships and stay in them just because they are in it. Like, I'm in this relationship, I'm just gonna stay no matter what. Don't even have a good reason to do it. Like, literally everything that a marriage is supposed to be comprised of, you both have disrespected and desecrated. Girl, throw that shit in the trash, in the rings too. Because please don't, y'all gotta stop giving y'all fucked up wedding rings to motherfuckers in pawn shops and stuff like that. Because y'all are creating generational curses, passing them fucked up relationship rings to everybody else, and then they wonder why their relationship fucked up. Throw them rings in the trash. Disintegrate them rings, melt that shit down, and make a damn gold bar or something like that. Give it to the Federal Reserve Bank. I don't know. But at the end of the day, this needs to be done. Kendra is trying to prove a point to Jock's other bitches. She was trying to show she got chose. True, I can see that. But it seems like every single one of Jock's women have done that. Y'all remember Baby Knees? Shout out to It's Rocks. I don't care who Jock is with now. At the end of the day, my favorite girl is gonna always be Baby Knees. Okay, I will always love me some Baby Knees. She was like, "Are you fucking my man?" She was like, "Every single night." Y'all remember that when Rocks named that lady Baby Knees? I love me some Rocks. I've been watching her since I was in high school. All right, so let's continue, y'all. So we see Rashida and Yandy. They're at lunch, right? Or at dinner or whatever like that. Yandy is letting Rashida know that she really wasn't fucking with her like that because they haven't really heard from them ever since that whole shit that went down with Jasmine and Mendices. She says that, you know, she didn't appreciate it. She didn't really hear anything from them. And then Rashida said that she had no idea what happened. She was in the dark about it. She said she even know it was no altercation that happened. And then Love and Hip Hop Atlanta producers flash back to the scene where her, Erica Banks, Sierra, and Kirk. And I don't know if they were trying to make her seem like she was a liar, but I think that what she said was true. Now, y'all know I don't like Rashida got bags, her husband a girl, but at the end of the day, she was being honest about that. They didn't tell her that it was a fight that almost broke out. She didn't, like, nobody said anything about that. And the way Kirk just shrugged that conversation off and tried to minimize it, to me, it just sounded like she thought it was just some baseless accusations and just some bullshit that, you know, these thirsty bitches just be doing in Atlanta. And I completely understand that. Right? Bucky and her hair, yes. So, needless to say, Kirk is in the confessional, y'all, and he lets us know that, you know, he doesn't want to take any type of responsibility for whatever they were doing, you know, Mendices, Jasmine, and the other one, because it had nothing to do with him. They made their own accusations up about him, and he says that at the end of the day, if there's smoke, there's fire. The producers asked him, has he ever saw Mendices in an uncompromising position? And then this man gonna say on camera in front of the producers, he's gonna say, I plead the fifth, or I'd rather not answer that. Basically trying to allude to the fact that he saw Mendices cheating in the past, which I completely believe, but it's very reminiscent of Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, you miserable in your marriage or you miserable in your life, so you want to try to destroy everybody else's life and everybody else's love because you in a loveless marriage. That's what it's giving. Is it me? I was like, Martell, is that you? It was definitely giving me a Martell. That's something Martell would have did. Okay. Now, moving on. So the next scene that we see is between Mama D and Scrappy. He meets her, you know, Scrappy is happy to see that his mom is doing well. She said that she's doing better. You know, he says that he was scared about her health. And then she says, well, it's because I found out you was having that baby on the way. He says in his confessional that his mama doesn't need to be looking and reading and believing everything that's on the social media. And I was like, well, it was true. You do have a baby on the way. Now, does she need to get so emotionally invested that her arm is about to get cut off like Big Mama from Soul Food? No. But at the end of the day, what she saw was true. So what are you talking about? But what believing on the internet? He asked his mama, like, have you tried therapy? She was like, no. She says, have you tried therapy? He was like, yeah, I actually have a therapist right now. I was like, see, I was like, either this nigga lying or he's taking those lessons from therapy and weaponizing them against other bitches who are not in therapy. So he's trying to manipulate people. See, so I believe sometimes narcissists, they go to therapy to learn new ways to fuck with people's lives. And I think that's what Scrappy is doing. But needless to say, they have their conversation. You know, it goes well at the end of it all. You know, he loved his mama. She loved her son. And we're going to see another batch of bullshit next week. And that's the end of the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review. All right. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. I feel like it was a little bit better than the one I did last week because I'm feeling like I'm starting to be able to structure it better. Because like last week was like my first like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta like review that I really did. So I was a little bit, it was just everywhere. I didn't know exactly how to take notes on it. I really didn't understand. But I figured it out. But I have to clean it up a little bit more, I know. Now here's what I know a lot of y'all been waiting for. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now I'm just gonna be real with y'all. It's really not that much to talk about. Okay, it's really not much to talk about. I really don't have many scenes to talk about. Watch me say this, and then I end up going on tangents for no reason. I know me, and I really gotta learn how to control myself. But like, yes, this season was kind of meh, you know, like I was a little bored. I love you, Jeremy. You are so good for my soul. You make me so happy, and I light up seeing your notifications. Keep going and bring us laughter, good times, and entertainment. Well, thank y'all. I appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all continue to subscribe, okay? And don't be skipping on them, and don't be skipping on them ads. Let's make sure we doing that, okay? Then we both be happy. We both got motivation. Because I ain't gonna lie, a part of the motivation that's keeping me here right now is my recent checks. Okay, because like YouTube has been treating me very well lately. Okay, because you know they used to play with my monetization. Sometimes they will monetize videos. Sometimes they'll take forever to monetize it. Now my videos are getting monetized immediately. I'm getting put into the recommendations and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I feel blessed. You know. All right, y'all. I'll be right back in about 30 seconds and then we'll start the review, okay? All right, I'll let this play for a second. I'll be right back. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. I ain't gonna even hold you. All right, y'all. Here we are. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all ready for me to begin. If y'all need me to put a little extra time on it for y'all, okay? Please let me know. Okay, I see 1 Can I get 2 1s? Can I get 3 1s? Can I get 4? Okay. All right. I see a lot of 1s. All right, I'm ready. All right. So the episode picks up where the last one left off. We see Chris and Nell and their family doing a walkthrough for the renewal ceremony that they're gonna do. So I guess I was the only one that was kind of fucking confused about this scene, because if I was not mistaken, they definitely said they was doing a walkthrough. But when they knocked on the door and that thick white lady came and opened the door, they was talking about, can we tour the facility? I was like, are y'all still booking a venue, or is y'all doing a walkthrough? How is this working? Was I the only one that was confused about that? But needless to say, the kids go to the back wall the chairs at, and they go to the wedding reception hall area. Right now, they all sit down and everybody is delegating what's supposed to be handled. The daughter's supposed to handle the flowers. He's supposed to handle such and such. But then little Lance says, actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna handle, the grave site. And Chris can handle the music since he a DJ. She was like, you know what your mama like, don't you? He was like, yeah. I know what you like. You like that white Zinfandel and Lauryn Hill music. You know those Arbor Mist wine coolers in India Irie. I know that's what you like. So at the end of the day, I feel that the only reason that he said that was so they could bring the attention back to the gravesite, because they really wanted Nell to go to the site to go visit the mom's grave, to finally get some type of healing or some type of therapy through that. But I don't really feel that if she just goes to the gravesite, it's going to help her with something, unless she's doing that in tandem with going to get therapy. Because she has a lot of unpacked trauma that she needs to heal, not only from the death of her mom, but for the way that she's handling it and her emotional instability, right? But needless to say, I was really happy that they supported her through that. The last time we seen Nell, all the kids was talking about how how she just cussed them out, tell them they ain't shit, yell at them, bark at them, and then give them some money, at the end of the day. So I was like, okay, now I'm really happy for you. Love that she has a loving family, love that they're looking and, treating each other better in this scene, at least. Okay. Nell be twerking. It's not because Nell gives off narcissists. I'm really liking your reviews, Jeremy. Thank y'all. Shout out to the poor editing. So next thing we see, Trisha and the kids go to the trampoline park. Trisha and the kids are jumping all over these trampolines, and all I could think about was like, damn, Trisha got a nice body. Oh my God, Trisha. That body is giving. That body is giving what it needs to be gave. I was looking at her like, damn, I need to get in the gym. I was like, I can't even get in the gym because my finger fucked up, y'all. Look at my finger. I ain't got no damn fingernail, but I ain't gonna gross y'all out. But like, I'm still waiting for the bones to heal. And I got another follow-up appointment on Thursday. I was like, damn, I really need to get my ass back in the gym, but I can't do it until I'm fully healed. Ain't that some bullshit? But anyway, moving on. So Trisha asked the kids, how do they feel about the co-parenting? She was like, I know that, me and your dad are having some issues with communicating, but how do you feel about that? The daughter says, sometimes you just need to breathe. The son really didn't say much. I don't really think that either of the kids are on either of the parents' sides. I feel like they have equal love for the father and the mom, which I do appreciate, which lets me know at least that Trisha isn't going around talking about him, even though I feel like Ken is always trying to turn the kids against him. But they love their dad, and I was able to see that through here. So, and we found out that the son has communication with the dad. I thought the son wasn't communicating with the dad at all. Like, I thought they didn't have no communication. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Trisha say that the son and the daughter didn't even want to be there at the party after the dad showed up? I was like, I don't know how true all of this is. I don't know. Now, Trisha tells the kids that she signed the divorce to their dad and asks him how they feel about it. Baby, if this scene didn't make me fucking cackle, they said, well, I already thought you did that. Like, I already thought y'all were divorced. Like, dad told me he signed the papers. Like, you haven't signed the papers yet? Like, she was like, well, no, not yet. And then the kids asked her a follow-up question. I was like, well, damn. They said, well, okay, so after you sign the divorce papers, are you gonna get remarried? She was like, not anytime soon. I was like, oop, Ken, that lets you know right now that you are not on the docket. You need to move on with your life and find another bitch with kids that you can take over. At the end of the day, she don't want to marry you. You need to go about your way, sir. And stop being a weirdo. But needless to say, like, I really didn't feel that much was learned about that, besides the fact that Trisha's on some bullshit. She still don't want to get married. You know, the kids don't really give a fuck about why or how or if she's divorced. They don't care either way. And they really don't have any feelings towards the co-parenting situation anyway either. I was like, this really confused the shit out of me, because I was like, is it really affecting the kids? Because I was like, let Ken and Trisha tell it. The kids be hurt. The kids be affected. It's all about the kids, right? But now the kids don't even seem like they give a damn about what's going on. So let's move on. So now, y'all, we're at Nell's house. And I was like, damn, this house is big as a bitch. I was like, this is a big ass house. Damn. Y'all, I don't think I can live in a house that big. Like, what can you do with all of that space? Can you the thought of having to furnish it all would drive me insane, y'all. I would hate that. Having to furnish all of that house. But it was beautiful in there. Like, she was like, she had made some type of lunch and everything else like that, because her and Trisha are going to be having lunch today. So we hear a knock at the door. Knock, knock, knock. It's the broad shoulders, and we see that it's Trisha, right? Trisha walks in wearing this little orange ensemble, and she looks really nice. Her body is a highlight of this episode. I was like, Trisha got body. I don't care what none of y'all got to say. Like, Trisha body, it eats. It eats. If she just had a different attitude and a different way about herself, she'll be a real bad bitch. But you know, bad bitches are not only a part of your physical being, it's a part of your mental being. See, you could be physically a bad bitch, but mentally, you ain't a bad bitch. And mentally, Trisha ain't a bad bitch. She a sad bitch. But she got to work on that herself. All right, so they sit down and they start to discuss everything, right? Nell asks about the Martell situation. Now, Trish says that she went over there. Nell asked, did y'all just sit down and watch movies? Did y'all cuddle? She was like, no, we didn't cuddle. You know, we didn't watch movies at first. Now, all of a sudden, she's bringing up that, yeah, he was bringing up Mel and I was giving him some advice about Mel, and then he was like, I don't need no therapist. And I was like, bro, you asked me, and he didn't even touch me. You know, I know contrary to popular belief that a lot of people think that he did, but he didn't try to do anything to me. And I was like, Trish, you a damn lie. I don't care what you say, sis. You a lie, because now your story just changed again. So now wait a minute. So you want me to believe, Trisha, that you don't remember when you went over there? You don't remember what month it was, even though this shit at the time was less than 3 years ago, right? You don't remember when you went over there. You don't remember what month it was. You don't remember if it was chilly or not. You don't remember how you got there. You don't remember the driveway. You don't remember the cross streets. You don't remember the highway. You don't remember the area. You don't remember the color of the house. But now all of a sudden, you remember a conversation that y'all had about Melody and trying to help their relationship while you are in her home without her knowing, without her being there, and without her permission. So I guess like out of the kindness of your heart, you went over to Melody and Martell's marital home when Melody was not there and Martell was, after he slid in your DMs and tried to come on to you to save Melody and Martell's marriage. I really you bitches me, like, I promise if I was male, I would knock y'all foreheads up. Because the way y'all be playing and lying as y'all go, you made that up. Girl, that does not sound believable. So now all of a sudden, it was only about workouts. Y'all was just working out. Y'all was just doing workouts. Why you didn't tell Mel when you were in her face at the cafe that you went over there and y'all were trying to repair his and Melody's relationship? Why didn't you tell her that? You just said y'all was talking about working out. Now it's another piece. Now y'all was talking about Melody and you was basically being a therapist. Look, you strong-shouldered ass bitch. Don't lie to my face. Don't do that. Stop insulting my intelligence. If you wanted to bounce up and down on the dick, you could have just said that and just been a real bitch about it. But the fact that you're just adding in lies, adding in shit to try to make it seem as something it was not is insane to me. For you to act like you went over to that woman's house to help her fucking marriage, being a therapist, while you went over there to fuck her husband, it's insane to me. Bitch, you need help. You really need some help. Like, dead ass. Like, the audacity of you. My God. Y'all, this bitch really talking about, like, you know, at the end of the day, when I went over there, like, I was helping Martell and he was asking me like such and such about Melody, such and such about Melody. And I was like, well, you got to treat her right, man. You got to do what you got to do, man. Like, you got to be a better man for that woman. Like, girl, if you don't get your strong fucking arm bodybuilding asshole, I just, please do not play with me. It's a lot of things that sounds believable, but that is the wildest shit I've ever heard in my life. So you in the bitch house without her permission. So you knew it was her house. You knew they were still together. You knew they were still married, and you popped up over to her house anyway, knowing that her man was on some slick shit trying to get with you, but you tried to help their marriage, girl. You trying to give Martell advice about his marriage. Meanwhile, you cheating on your own fucking husband. And then fucking the whole side nigga. And then trying to fuck Martell at the same time. Like, bitch, your pussy is trilingual. But you trying to give advice. At the end of the day, I really can't. It's the, like, y'all, when I seen that, I was like, wow. Like, you really out here just making this shit up as you go. Go out, sis. Do what you got to do. Anyway, so Nell asks, is Ken and Marquez getting along? Trisha says no. And then Nell asks, well, what took you so long to sign them divorce papers? Y'all, I promise y'all gonna think I'm ignorant for how I covered this. But I'm gonna let you know this is how I see it. Okay. So after Nell brings up how she has not signed them divorce papers yet, in my mind, I'm thinking that Trisha's like, oh shit. Oh snap. What am I supposed to say? So she says, you know, when he had left to go find himself, I was like, fine, go do you. Like, I'ma just do me. And in the midst of that happening, my family and my members started to pass away. Like, my mama died, my sister died, my uncle died, my daddy died, my dog died, my cat died, my fish died, and it fried. And I was like, I actually had to resuscitate my sister. Like I had to, like Zanaya was literally watching me put life, try to breathe life into her. And then I went to him. And he told me that I was too close to my family. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck, bro? Like, what are you talking about? That's my family. And then all of a sudden, Nell feel bad at this point. She's like, well, damn, I don't think I should have asked this shit. And then she was like, girl, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You ain't got to answer nothing else. I'm sorry for bringing it up. And I was like, that's exactly what she wanted. Because after all of that shit that you said that he did, bitch, that makes the question even more proactive. Why haven't you divorced him if he did all of this to you? Why are you not signing the divorce papers? And don't say it's because of the kids, because the kids, you already shown us a scene with them. They could care less. At the end of the day, why have you not signed these divorce papers? And you are not going to gaslight me, because I can feel sympathy and empathy for people, but I can still see through the bullshit. Okay? And what you did was some third grade deflection. So you talked about all of these traumatic experiences, knowing that Nell is already dealing with traumatic experiences herself. And you knew that she would have some type of deep empathy towards that, right? So you already knew that you could get her activated in that. And then that would get that heat off of you. And you didn't, at the end of all of this, you didn't even answer the question. Like, you didn't even answer the question. And we still didn't get no answers. Like, you told us that he told you that you too close to your family when all your family was dying. Meanwhile, you still have not signed that divorce. Why? If he did all of this stuff to you, abandoned you, left you high and dry in the midst of you going through all of this pain in your life, why have you not signed the divorce decree? I was like, is it me? I was like, maybe I'm just being a little bit callous about it. Maybe I'm just, not really being as empathetic as I should be to this. But I was like, I just don't really feel anything in the scene. I don't. Like, I felt bad for her, because I would hate, for anybody to lose somebody that they love, because I lost somebody that I love too. But I just don't understand, like, the whole bringing all of this up and the answer was never given. Does that make sense? That's why she mad at Mel. Martell still chose his wife and said Trish wasn't that cute in person. So she felt played and came second to Mel. Child, she didn't even come second to Mel. She came third or fourth to whatchamacallit, to Arian. And that's real crazy, because like he at least fucked Arian. He didn't want to fuck you, But I truthfully do believe that y'all fucked. I truthfully believe that you did, if I'm being fair. Now let's move on. So Nell empathizes and basically goes into how she's dealing with the loss of her own mom, and how sometimes when people ask her if she's okay, it makes her angry, and she just says, I'm okay, I'm fine. And if they continue to pry about it, she gets mad and goes off, and she can go from 0 to 100. But she realizes that that's a problem, and that she is a little bit emotionally unstable at this point, and she needs to go get some help. And I was like, well, I'm really happy that Nell came to terms with that. Because I do feel like Nell does be going from 0 to 100 a lot. And I was like, if you can get that, situated, it'll make you so much more likable, because sometimes you be going off and don't realize it and don't understand how you're coming across to other people. Like the way that she was coming off at Kimmy, I would have fought you if I was Kimmy. Kimmy almost did. But you probably didn't even realize what you were doing. It's something childlike about Nell sometimes, if that makes sense. Like, she can be very childlike and a very oblivious innocence type of way. Like, you know how kids can be completely oblivious to the shit that they say and how it can affect other people. That's what Nell kind of reminds me of sometimes. Now let's move on. So Will and Ken meet up. Y'all will. That will. I will survive. But let's continue. So Ken says the Martell situation and other stuff is starting to get to him. And I was like, is it starting to get to you because you care? Or is it starting to get to you because you talk to Marceau and Maurice and you're weak-minded and you let them get into your mind? And now you feel some type of way about it, even though in the past you said that you didn't, unless you were just lying at that table and you felt some type of way from the beginning. Then what's the point of even bringing it up if you still feel some type of way about it? Like, because nobody at that table brought that up except for you. Just want to reiterate that. But it's kind of funny how at the table with Maurice and Marceau, you were saying that you really didn't care because it had nothing to do with you and it was before you. But now it's making you irritated and making you feel some type of way. You niggas let fuck niggas get into y'all heads and fuck up y'all relationships every single time. I really don't understand it. Like, at the end of the day, they just wondering, why aren't you disrespecting Trisha like we disrespecting our wives? You a man, right? Ain't you supposed to be disrespecting and beating on her and making her lay down and open her legs and give you good time? Like, it's giving a whole fucking scene from Beloved. I really cannot. But let's continue. So he says that he can't ask her a question without accusations and her getting defensive. And I was like, well, Ken, that's because your wife is a fucking liar. And she don't want you to know that she's been throwing that puss all around that gymnasium that she works at. Okay. Now he says that the things that he tries to say always turns into an argument, and she doesn't even want to talk about her feelings, that she shuts him out and she has major trust issues. And he goes on to say that, you know, she can be real selfish, but he wants her to choose him. I was like, wow. Now, I am 100% down for men to allow themselves to be vulnerable and show their feelings and stuff like that. But it's just something about this big ass nigga in front of me crying because he's not being chosen by a woman who's still married is driving me up the fucking wall. Nigga, if you don't pick that steroid up and go in the gym and crank that shit out on some weights and move on with your motherfucking life and lead a strong-armed hoe where she at, I know something. What's wrong with you? Shit, fuck Will. Y'all both look like y'all into that. I don't know. Maybe it's me. But I'm not understanding what's tidally locking him to Latricia. I'm still trying to understand, like, why this man just can't let it go. Like, be great. Go do something with your life, sir. You're wasting time, sir. So Will asks, you know, about the divorce. He says, well, are they divorced yet? Ken says, man, hell no, they ain't divorced. Like, Will says, well, do you think that she still want to be with him? I mean, that was, you know, her high school, you know, sweetheart. And Ken is basically saying some real bullshit. I really didn't really pick up what he was trying to say, to be honest, because it wasn't really making sense to me in the way that he was responding to the question, if that makes any sense. Like, I really don't feel that his answer satisfied the question that he was asking. He brought up how Trisha always says that she can't stand him, that she can't be around him and everything else like that, but that didn't really answer the question. I see that you and Latricia are good at ditching and dodging questions that y'all don't like. Ken is looking like a sap sucker on national TV behind his lady. I detected some moistness in Ken. He needs to live in his truth. Moistness? What does that mean? What does moist mean? Now I'm not gonna lie. Y'all gonna think I'm weird, and that's fine, but I get real nosy. And this is not gonna be in the final review when I put it up, when I upload it tomorrow, so I'm gonna cut this out. But I went to go investigate, right? And I found Will online. And he be doing a lot of acting, a lot of, Tyler Perry-esque stage plays, and stuff like that, a little modeling here and there. But I saw in his likes, he was a follower of this bisexual porn page. And I'm just going to say I was not surprised. Now, I don't know how that affects any of this. Okay. Not really sure how it affects any of this. But I think the page name is Noir 3000 or something like that. They be doing some real fire content on Twitter. I ain't gonna even hold you. Okay. Listen, one thing I'm not gonna get into all of that. Actually, I gotta have some filter on here. But yes, they be on Twitter, they be wilding, like men on men, women on women on men on women on men. It be crazy. It just be just like so much sexual freedom. Like the women and they just all just be interlacing, it just be crazy. But I saw that he liked that fan page. That page on Instagram, and I was like, wow, I wonder what this means. But I'm not really going to investigate it too much, because I don't think that just because he may like something that must mean that Ken also likes it. Ken and his friend gives lover vibes to me. Really? You found Will on IG faster than Martell found Trish on Facebook. Not really. All I really had to go do, I had to just go to Ken's Instagram page, go to his followers or who he's following, and just type in Will, and then he just popped up. It wasn't hard to do. I didn't have to go now. Searching on Facebook is crazy. But going to Instagram and just looking up a nigga name in somebody's follows that they're friends with in real life, to me that makes sense. I had to be nosy. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Jeremy. Let me do my Googles. You see where we at, Harold? You see where we at? I don't think that he is truly into Trish totally. I think he is bisexual. I mean, but I don't think the reason that he's not into Trish is because he's bisexual. That's if he is bisexual. I don't know that to be a fact or not. I can't say that man is bisexual or not, to be fair. Let's be real about it. But what I'm saying is, if he was or was not, I don't think that'll affect how he feels about Trish. That's something else. I don't know why he's stuck on Trish, but he is. Ken really obsessed with Trish's freaky side. How did I confirm that? See, what y'all won't do is blame me. Don't blame me. I just told you what I saw on Will's Instagram. I didn't say on Ken's Instagram. Maybe I'm gonna go through the followers and see what I see. And then I come back later about it. But I didn't see anything crazy. Now, let's continue. Now, we're at the family's, visit to the burial site for the mama, for Nella's mom, and it's very sad. Outside of Nell wearing 25 bundles of wigs, I was really hurt by that. I was like, wow, this is really sad. The feeling of losing somebody, knowing that you can't never have contact with them again, at least in this realm. I know what that pain feels like. And my heart went out to her. It broke for her. And I understood and I felt her pain. And I just wish her a lot of healing. I wish her a lot of you know, self reflection and, you know, growth, because I know how, you know, deaths can really affect you mentally, because it really took me a long time to find myself after my best friend passed, you know? Like, if y'all were, you know, following me for a while, y'all knew that I was going through a lot of stuff mentally when he passed, because he was my best friend for 16 years at that time. I met him when I was 12. He passed when I was 28. Well, 26. And I completely understood. I understood it. And I felt bad. And I was like, this is a real beautiful scene. We see how the grandmama affected all of the other kids, how the grandmama was really there for Lance, the oldest son, and it was just a beautiful scene. I don't really have any jokes for that, you know? Don't want to get myself down and emotional, but I'm gonna move on. Okay. Next we are at the bachelorette party. Now, one thing Destiny gonna do is wear a damn Kanaka ponytail. But this time it looked like Remy because it was flowing. It was a real nice, smooth, luxurious ponytail. So I was like, she must have got this one from Adani. But like, we see Trisha walk up. Y'all, I hated that outfit that Trisha walked in. Oh, I hated that outfit. That outfit just screamed Shein. It just screamed Fashion Nova clothes. And it's nothing wrong with Shein or Fashion Nova, but I believe you supposed to wear the clothes. The clothes ain't supposed to wear you. And I just feel like that outfit has been worn so many times by like 17-year-olds. I just did not, I don't know. I don't know. I just did not like that outfit. But her body looked good in it. I will say that. But she walks in and Destiny tells her, everybody, we got our person here that we're gonna be body painting. You know, she's, you know, just pranking Trisha. Trisha's like stunned, talking about, oh, no, no, no. Like, bitch, you love to be naked around people. I can tell because your pussy is friendly. But anyway, let's move on. She and Destiny have a conversation about how she can't drink because they say that she be acting crazy when she drinks. And then Destiny said it might be some truth to that. And then Trisha says, I know you ain't one to talk. And then Destiny says, well, what you talking about? Trisha says, because you and Nell were going at it at your event. And I was like, did they cut some shit out? I was like, is this when she almost fought Nell and Chris, or was that at a different event? Because I was like, I didn't, it wasn't really that much going on. It was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna just have to reevaluate our friendship. And then Nell said, well, okay, shit, fine by me. Bitch, reevaluate. And then that was really the end of it. I really don't recall no big ass argument. Did I miss it, y'all? Bridgetta, I didn't cry. I didn't cry. I didn't say all of that. I didn't cry. But I did feel real sad for her. I did not cry, but I did feel really sad for her. Yes. Now, the next scene that we see Kimmy come in. Kimmy comes in and immediately, like, I feel like when Kimmy comes in, you just know the shit is about to start. Because one thing Kimmy gonna do in the scene is start some bullshit. She's gonna get the shit started, get the shit activated, and that's exactly what she did. So Mel comes in soon after Kimmy, and Destiny offers her a drink. Mel said, "No, no drink. I'm okay. No drink. I'm not gonna be here long." And they could have just left it at that, but Kimmy had to press the issue to make it seem as if Melody is not being a girl's girl. She was like, "Oh, you're gonna leave? You can't leave. We're gonna be painting." She was like, "Well, no, I actually have things to do. I have to go pick up the kids and stuff like that." Yeah. I don't know what got into Mel during this scene. I don't know. But Mel came in this scene on her big bitch energy. I don't know what it was. who pissed her off at this event, but baby, Melody was not in the mood. She came in, I feel like immediately a different mood shift came. Cause see, the shift came first with Kimmy. That's when you know, oh, some shit's about to go down because Kimmy gonna be messy as shit. And then Mel came in and it was like, damn, like what's wrong with her? I was like, wow. Ooh wee. She's about to get in y'all ass, huh? I was like, much deserved, much deserved. So they all sitting and talking, and Mel tells them she won't be there long because she has some stuff to go do with her kids. She got to go pick the kids up, and they got to go to some type of game or whatever like that. And then we see Kimmy whispering in Trisha's ear about like, how you doing? You know, Trisha says, I'm doing fine. She was like, you want to talk to Mel? She was like, no. She was like, oh, you don't want to bring it up now, or do you want to bring it up at another time? And then in the midst of Kimmy being messy as fuck, asking that question, Melody says, by the way, Trisha, I got a question for you. Do you have a problem with me? Trisha says, no, I don't have no problem with you. If I did, I would have told you. Kimmy says, that's crazy. I would have never thought she would have said no. And then Melody said, well, I agree. I didn't think she was going to say no either, because when me and Kimmy had the conversation when she came over to my house, she let me know that she definitely felt some type of way about me. And then Trisha lets us know that what she felt a way about was when she was over to the party, she felt that she was being messy by saying that she was still in love with her ex-husband. Now, I really didn't remember that Melody said it around a whole bunch of people like that. I was like, well, damn, like I probably would have felt some type of way too. But at the end of the day, you fucked her husband. So, you know, game's game. She didn't come there to be happy and really be there to cheer you on. She came to give your kids some money and embarrass you as you deserve. Because you shouldn't have been in her house. Okay. But at the end of the day, Melody said, well, I was just joking. I was just joking. And then Trisha said, I don't think it was a joke. I didn't think it was funny. Like, I don't. And then she said, I think it was messy. After that, Melody said, so I'm being held at a different, you know, standard, but everybody else can be messy. I'm no more messy than anybody else in here. At this point, Trisha says, I know that. I said, I don't have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you. But she says after that, you have no reason to have a problem with me because I don't know you and I haven't said anything to you. And then Trisha says, at the end of the day, I said what I said. Kimmy and Letitia asked Melody, well, do you think that you two can reach some understanding? She was like, no, I don't think I can understand her. I was Melody in this nasally ass voice, y'all. I really cannot. No, I don't think I can understand her. And then Trisha says, that's why you Mel and I'm Trisha. And I was like, well, thank you, Trisha. We obviously got y'all mixed up and confused at some point, probably because you were at her house fucking her husband probably once or twice, but who's to know? But needless to say, Destiny just couldn't wait to, you know, get in the fucking double dutch of it all and say, y'all, please, we here for Nell. We just got to have good energy for Nell. Couldn't wait to say something to Mel. And Mel says, we're going to have good energy when she get in here. We're going to have real good energy. And I was like, it would have been cool if you added a little bitch on the end of that. But, you know, I get it. You more of a lady. You know, I'm classy, but I'm a hood rat sometimes, especially when I get on these reviews. So I get it. But y'all, that was the end of the episode. Okay. I hope that y'all enjoyed that. I don't know how I'm gonna piece all of this together. It's gonna probably be a little bit of a challenge for me, I must say. But yeah, that's really it. That's all I have for y'all. But thank y'all so much for stopping by. I, love every single one of y'all. I want all of y'all to know that you guys have wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute before y'all log out. Did y'all like this damn video? Because y'all be playing in these lives. See, y'all do good with the pre-recorded content, but y'all need to start liking these lives. See, y'all all 220 of y'all be up in here, but y'all only about 72 of y'all be liking the video. What you watching for? What you watching for if you don't want to like the video? I feel like you hate me. Do you hate me? If you hate me, just say it. Then unlike the video. Then like, you know, put a thumbs down, but just do something. Regardless if you gotta dislike it or like it, put some type of engagement on that bitch, okay? Now, back to what I was saying. I love you. And if nobody ever told you today, you know, you are loved, okay? And I want you guys to, you know, love yourselves, because when you don't, you know, you become a big brawny ass nigga that's chasing a woman's love who's still married to a man that she's still probably fucking with. And I don't want that for any of y'all, okay? So make sure that y'all love yourselves, okay? And drink water, you know, be blessed, and, you know, yeah, period. I love y'all, okay? Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful rest of y'all day, and I plan on doing the same, y'all, okay? Peace.